I am here. I hope everything works. I'm kind of worried. I think we're good. I hope my audio is fine. I'm like staring at it. I have a little fear about my audio settings. I have not been checking them. You went live right as I started my lunch break. I am simply goated. Thank you. Hello, Ariel. Thank you for joining. How have you been? Oh, I made a very small miscalculation though. Apart from obviously the very exact calculation of starting during your lunch break. And you don't expect jetlag to beat my ass as hard as it does right now. But that is okay. We will live. We will persevere. Been good? Good to know. You've been... It feels... Somehow, in terms of my vacation, it feels just like 2 weeks. Like, reasonably 2 weeks. But as in, like, how long I've been gone for and not really interacted with like live streaming, it feels like too long. It feels like it's been a month. I'm a little quiet. Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna go into ASMR mode. Any second now. Any second you're gonna start hearing me snore into the microphone. I hope I sound okay now. I also really hope my YouTube chat works, because I haven't really checked that. But surely it's alright. It's very awkward to stream after a long time of not really streaming that much. And 2 weeks doesn't... it's not long, right? You know what I say? It's not long in the context of it being like gone from some social media. I did not have TikTok at all during those 2 weeks, which I was prepared for. Worst case scenario, because I had to share my VPN with my mother. So I was just prepared for all my algorithm to go ham on me, absolutely. Also yeah, it's been a while. I was scared you'd forget me. I wouldn't forget you, man. I am very stupid, I cannot read that name. Cool. I can only read that in Chinese, I'm so sorry. Hello, Kuhua Sai, I think. Oh, I may be stupid, I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. Booga booga, hello Sharon. Hello, long time no see. Well, that's on me, but ignore that. How have you been? Oh, ignore that. That's my Pomodoro timer. It's my... For streaming to say it correctly. Thank goodness. Also, thank you for the cheer. Damn, hi. Thank you. Like every time, I say this as if it happens very often, but like whenever I get bits, I do not know what to say. I'm just very grateful. Thank you so much. This is what being bilingual all comes down to. This is what that life is all about. Thank you so much. How are you? How did you find me? Yeah, been a while. Been good, just been busy with some musical stuff, but I've been working on the ROM hack as well. Sounds very nice. Also, thank you for the bits again. I'm out of the fight and flight. Was it? Yeah, fight or flight reactions. I'm currently having a freeze reaction. Also, sure. Sorry, I'm cheering you on. Every time you give some like progress reports on your ROM hack, I'm like in the back of your PC. I'm there somewhere. Blue here, blue there, hiding in your Wi-Fi. And I am cheering you on. Imagine if they want to be a good friend. That is a very scary thing to say out of context, but okay, I do like explaining it every time. There was one person who like their account was created literally a couple hours before they went into my chat, and the first thing that they said, you know, like who starts a conversation like that? They came in and they started asking if I wanted to be their good friend. Mind you, I had never seen this person before. It felt like a stranger walking up to you in the middle of the street and then going, "Do you want to be my good friend? Anyway, let me steal your money." I don't know what I'm drawing. I have been bamboozled too hard. My bad. What expressions do we have so far? It's been so long that I've forgotten. We have the hard one. Then we have that one. Then we have the think one. We have this one. Where's the last one? Which one? Oh, and then we have this one. There's like a lot of. If we have more negative. No, actually, I was gonna say we have more negative emotions, like the thinking one and the shocked like emote. I think that's not really true. We have the love one. It all balances out. Last time I talked to you, I was up to late Gen 2, and I'm all the way up to like half of Gen 3. God damn. I forgot which generation post-Kanto had the most Pokemon. I forgot. I've been playing Pokemon Quiz for nothing. I forgot which one had the most. Usually when I play it, I play it with friends, and they fill out the third generation for me. Because I forget all of them. Maybe the music's a bit loud? Oh, okay. 1 second. Gen 5. Really? Gen 5? Okay, there are always Pokemon that I always think are from other generations that end up being Gen 5. Like Scoliopeed. $156? In Gen 5? Really? Really? It's more than Gen— I did not— I wasn't aware of that. That was news to me. Let's make a proud emote. Let's make one with like, where I'm proud of myself. I have one friend. It's kind of funny because I do not have Nitro on Discord, right? I cannot really use my own server, my own stickers outside of my own server. But I have a friend who does have Nitro and who is on my server. And then that friend just uses my stickers a lot. And it feels like he's like he's using me as like a skin suit. Sorry, I didn't respond to your question earlier. I was just cruising through art channels. Needed an art stream for up for while I scratch. Feels more cozy, you know. I get that. Like having someone talk in the background just feels nice. You're free to lurk. You don't have to respond. I was just very curious. I'm always very curious about new viewers joining. It makes me feel very happy every time. But I really like when I draw offline. I do that sometimes because there are some things that are more personal and indulgent. I feel like it's kind of boring to show those on stream. I usually those are projects that I have with friends, some things like that. And for those I usually have game theory in the back. Sketch, but I mainly do spray paint. Oh, that's so cool. I only did spray paint once in my life and I was very... It's not my medium to use, but it looks very cool. I love graffiti art. Do you... Okay, wait. I remember back then when we did, it was on... Oh, how do I describe this? It was some sort of plastic fabric that we spray painted on and then we could take it home. But I'm assuming you probably do spray painting on actual walls. I would also assume that's just more fun than painting on plastic foils. I'm lucky where I live. There are hundreds of legal walls to paint in my city. Dang! I didn't know that really was much of a thing. Cause in Germany, honestly, nobody really... I'm pretty sure there is a law against vandalizing walls, but nobody really listens to them. So all of our trains are usually like full of graffiti. There are some walls where I do wonder how the people even got there to paint in the first place. I went on a spraycation to Germany recently. There were a lot of legal walls. That's so interesting. I haven't really thought about this before. Like on what legal grounds, what you're allowed to draw and what you aren't. Like, I assume as long as the owner of the property is okay with it, it's fine. I know that... Okay, that doesn't... Okay, it should not be surprising me, actually. That's not a good way of putting it. But... Okay, I do admit that I'm a little bit surprised that spray painters don't really target kindergartens. Like, about middle school, that's where a lot of spray painting shows up. But before that, doesn't really happen here. I never thought about that deeply. Just walked into a paint shop, bought spray paint, and asked the guy to put some places legal to paint in my Maps app. Oh, that's a good point. Usually when I buy spray paint, it's usually aerospray stuff so I can spray paint with figurines. That's the most that I do. But I feel like in a controlled environment, that's also easier for me. I always feel like spray painting, because a wall is a really big canvas. Spray painting looks better when you do it on a bigger scale. And I kind of struggle with that. That kind of spray paint is so expensive and also has worse coverage. Oh, wait, for real? I always thought that was very specifically designed for, like, miniature figurines. There was a big wall in Germany that got vandalized a while back. Well... How while back is a while back? Or do you like a smug expression? I keep glancing at my stream, and because I sit a little bit like vertically down. Okay, sorry. I should not move away from my mic too much. But whenever I look up at the screen, it stretches the face, so I get a little scare. I get a little FNAF jump scare in my face whenever I see that it's like tilted more than I thought it would be. No, let's keep that mouth shut. But I guess aero sprays aren't really meant to be used for painting on, like spray painting on walls. Painted one of my sketches today and was a little disappointed at how it turned out, kind of lost object placements. That is the most real thing I have heard as an artist struggle. There are artist struggles that are like, I cannot draw the hands or I cannot draw the other eye. I get those, but nowadays that doesn't really happen to me anymore. But what does still happen to me is somehow having a horrible object permanence at the big age of being an adult. You would think being an artist would make you remember where you put everything. You don't. You get dementia halfway through. 1 second. I'm gonna trust you that that link doesn't take me to the dark alleys of the internet. Let me see. Ooh. Wait, that looks sick. That looks sick though. Why am I lagging so hard? Is it Imgur? Oh, I cannot look at this. It's making me lag. But that's very cool. I'm gonna open it on my phone. The composition of it is very nice. I always do admire that. Like typography, that sort of thing. Sick as hell. It's not really typography, is it? Because you're doing it with your hand. Is it still typography? Never thought about that. Like the stylization of letters in spray painting. Even though, yes, technically you could do it in anything else, but I see mostly spray painters having this very distinct style. It is. Wait, you're gonna feel my dementia kicking in even worse than usual because I'm kind of tired. Why am I? Oh, I'm looking at my stream. Why am I stretched? Has my head always been this big? Graffiti is basically a branch of typography. Yes, really? Oh, I was okay, I was not joking, but I was not being fully serious. I was jesting. I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought graffiti was all about anything, but it's just spray painted. I guess there's probably also like more cultural meanings behind it. Vacation enlarged your cranium. Vacation shrunk my brain. I drank too much boba and now it's in my folds. Okay, no, that is actually stretched. Now that I'm looking at it. Graffiti is all around the letter style writing. Oh, that's very interesting. Because, so before this, I did always think that graffiti was mostly about just spray painting. I saw it as a synonym, but I guess that's not really the case. This was painted in Leipzig. Okay, one second. I'm gonna open that on my phone in case my stream starts lagging again. 1 second. I don't think I've been to Leipzig before. There are actually like a couple. I have been to Cologne before, but I have not been to Dusseldorf before. Oh. That is very beautiful. I'm very not familiar with how you stylize this, so finding out that you start out with a sketch like any traditional artist and then you paint it on. I don't know, do you sketch on the wall as well? Düsseldorf, top tier German word. I mean, it's a city, that makes it even better. It being an actual place, you know, if it was a word, it's good, but it's not exactly mind-blowing, right? But it's a city, it's a place where people live. As you start with a sketch on the wall, do you use something other than spray painting? Do you use a marker to mark everything that you want there? Usually you use a can of paint, which is nearly empty for the sketch for economy. Oh, because it's already kind of fizzling out, right? I guess that's the logic behind it. It's already kind of starting to empty out. So when you use it, it has the same effect as using like a more transparent, sketchy pencil. Don't have enough of it to be useful for coverage. I see, that's very interesting. And then it kind of like oil painting just gets covered up by the layers above it, I'm assuming. And then there's a couple questions I have. I know that you paint on legal walls, but for people who paint literally underneath a bridge, how do they do that in the night? Without a light? Without a source of light, how do people do that at all? Spray paint completely covers whatever's underneath unless you're carefully controlling the can for certain effects. Oh, I see. I think I saw that when you... I can only visualize it like this. So say you have like this spray paint. If you're this close to the wall, if you turn it around, then it's kind of like this thinner line. But if the further away you move, the bigger of an area it covers, right? Kind of like this. I think I saw that a while ago. This is correct, but unless you do it on purpose, it serves to make the art look... It serves to make the art look terrible. Really? I thought this was an actual thing you wanted to... you were supposed to do. I cannot speak on the spray painting that I made. I was 9 years old, and I was a brony. My dark past. I must admit it to you guys today. I don't remember much of it. It was a summer camp thing that they had. and none of the children really understood how spray painting worked, and the adults were a little bit more occupied with trying not to let us poison ourselves. I think I don't know if nowadays I would trust any child with a can of spray paint without putting on a mask first. Nowadays, attention span is just... I do not trust it. I'm constantly glancing over to myself on the screen to see what I look like, which is kind of sad. You would think I could look into a mirror and remember. Alas, I do not. Illegal writing often just happens in daylight, and you just do it with confidence. People often don't stop you. If it's dark, usually you just use your phone light on the other hand. I was wondering that, because sometimes I see... It's not about being illegal, right? It's mostly about... Sometimes I see paint in places where I'm just wondering, how did you get there at all? I'm speaking even if this was legal. How did you get there? Because it's not like these people own very high... take a telescoping ladder? Wait, hold on, what's a telescoping ladder? German paint fairy. No, little German boy, don't go into that dark alley. Oh my god, this place is full of spray painting. Oh, wait, this looks goofy. This looks like a cartoon letter. That is unreal. That is amazing. It kind of looks like an accordion if you made it into a ladder. Okay, no, that looks... over the mouth, that looks a little bit a tad too much. Oh, come... Oh, come... Okay, wait, actually, no, that's fine. That's perfect. We go with that. Or people do rappelling pieces these days too. Get harness and a rope and descend from a high place and paint as you go down. Oh, like window cleaners, but you're spray painting, so it's the opposite of it actually. That's the opposite of what cleaners are supposed to do. And also, I suppose it's for bragging rights too, right? If you tell your friends you made that, it's like a big deal. Or do people see that as something normal? Or something like a nuisance because it's not legal? Of course, yeah, I figured. But sometimes I haven't seen an artist in my city that I would say I specifically always forget. Okay, well, that's not true. Now that I think about it, I think maybe there's one piece of art in like down the road where I live, and it looks very similar to one that is close to our local train station. And now I'm thinking maybe that's the same artist. Because as I was about to contemplate saying I don't really recognize any of the styles that they use here, that's when I thought of it. Not entirely true. But I remember when I was younger, little Evan backstory here. When I was younger, I was a very big stickler about the rules. It was partially because I wanted to become a detective. That was my dream job when I was a child. And I remember the day that I found out spray painting was illegal. It's like falling to my knees because I really liked the art, but the little stickler to the rules inside me was like, no, nein, das könnt ihr doch nicht machen. Lore. A lore that you guys don't want. Little Kiwi was annoying as hell. I was a very huge nerd and a very big goody two-shoes. I was it's not even the most boring person in life, it's probably just the most annoying little twerp that you saw in your life. The type of twerps that Team Rocket talks about. I was the same. Maybe all VTubers are the same. But yeah, I think because we're all nerds at the end of the day, right? Most of us just don't really get into trouble with the teachers. And may I say, as much as people like to pretend like that's a bad thing, as long as you're not ratting people out, what's the problem, really? You are putting in work for them to like you. But I'm still all those things. Oh, I am no longer that much of a stickler to the rules. I remember when my dad drove me to my piano teacher, and he would go like 0.1 over the speed limit, and I would start screaming at him. I don't know how we survived those car rides. To this day, it is a miracle. I had almost perfect attendance all of high school. Oh, me too. I did not know there were other options. I was not aware. I was not made aware of the updates that came to school life. And finding out I had choices, incredible, absolute cinema. You almost scared me. I saw the link, I looked up and I saw your tag, the QCZY. And for a very brief second, I was scared this was gonna be another bot before I remember, oh no, I know this person. My parents would lie to the restaurant staff how old I was. I tell the truth. Okay, I did not do that. Above the rules were my parents' rules. Those are absolute. It's like the hierarchy. But that was, I remember when I was very young, I also did that. I remember, my parents said, oh, our son is actually 5 years old and therefore he can get the discount into Kittyland. And I was like, no, I'm 6. And they were like, okay, 6 still gets the discount though. And I was like, yeah, but I'm 6. Oh, this looks very sick as well. You can see all the different styles in your, like, art styles. Speaking of having to prove your age, talking about some stories that happened during my vacation, we went to a sightseeing place, like a museum, and my dad is old enough to get the seniors discount, And so he wins, but he knows that he doesn't look that part. And he walks up to the reception and he's like, 2 adult tickets and 1 senior discount ticket, please. And they say, sir, there is no way you actually qualify for the senior discount ticket. We would like to see some ID, please. He was so smug about it. Like, the rest of the day he just went, they needed to see my ID. They needed to see my ID, man. That's okay. As long as it runs with him, you know, it has a chance of jumping onto me. And who am I to disavow my eternal youth? Hello, Max. Hello, hello. I also, originally this was gonna be a stream more about talking my upcoming schedules, what goals I have, but I don't know if you can hear it. I'm a little bit tired. I think I don't want to do that when it's a very unannounced stream, and I'm also running on matcha, strawberry, and a dream. OMG, it's been so long. It has been. It's been so long. Over the holidays? Holidays were okay. The holidays were okay. Okay is an understatement. It was very fun. Going back to China is always very fun. Especially like hometown and stuff like that. But the food there, immaculate. Absolute cinema. Matcha Labu. Don't even start. Don't even start. I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm looking at you. I love the food back in China, OMG. Right? The food is so good. I ordered ramen, I think, every day. Because you can just do that. You can just do that. And it's better than it was in Japan. Might I add? I'm making pho. I've been blessed. Love a good soup. Pho is so good. I'm definitely mispronouncing that. I'm sorry to any Vietnamese people seeing this now or in the future. I cannot pronounce Vietnamese words very well. But I think I got a matcha milkshake, not a matcha, a strawberry milkshake from Coco every day. Because it's really good. But for some reason they did not have matcha strawberries, which I was kind of sad about. Also, something I need to ask. I don't know how many of you travel frequently. I feel like this is only something that you really get a grasp for once you travel relatively often. Do you guys prefer a hotel, or do you guys prefer an apartment when you're traveling? I do not leave my house. I guess you prefer... Okay, I was trying to think of a smart quip, but the time-sensitive joke, it was running away from me. And I couldn't catch up, as you might have realized. Depends on the duration. For a year, apartment, otherwise hotel. Really? I feel like... Okay, well, that is not that surprising of an answer. I don't know why I reacted like that. But for me, ever since we started going to apartments, I have not been able to look back. There was one time where I was in Japan with a friend, and over our entire like little tour of all of Japan, we just occasionally... one time in Nagoya, that's when we were in a hotel, and we didn't like it. We didn't like the breakfast, we didn't like how restrictive it felt, it was too tiny, but we didn't really have another choice. Just be homeless. I'm sure you would know all about that, Charm. Hello. I don't like Airbnb making it scarcer for the locals. Oh, that's very true. Funny enough, I do absolutely love hotel rooms. They have a liminal quality to them. That's true. It's been a long time since I've last been to one, I think. I think I've almost always been to like a booking.com listing. But it's true, like the district that we were in is pretty expensive. And we asked the people who rented it to us for the duration how they like it when it's so expensive that they're basically always making a loss when their spots are consistently filled. And we asked if is that a productive business system? Are you sure about this? Like, I just don't think that's very fun to manage either. There was a point I wanted to say, and then I forgot about it. I think for hotels, it's just that the restrictiveness of it, I think it's exactly the liminal part that I don't like. Now that I think about it. I couldn't really tell you a specific reason why. Oh, I'm trying to hold out. I really think this might not be a very long stream. Like usually you would be talking what, at least an hour and a half. But I can, every time I blink, I can feel my eyelids chasing the bottom, chasing gravity. Just on the price of spray paint, pretty much all the cans here will beat any hardware shop with can of paint, and the prices are very low. It's a German shop that I used when I was there. Better run. I haven't seen that before, but I'll keep that in my mind. I don't think I will pick up spray painting. I'm a very clumsy person, so I do think if I tried spray painting, I would somehow manage to get it all over my clothes and nowhere near the wall. Still tired from the trip? Unfortunately, yes. I didn't think it would be this bad, but it is. I woke up at 2 a.m. It is 7 p.m. And I think I only really slept for... Okay, that is a lie. I slept at 8. I woke up at 2. So it was 6 hours, which is pretty usual for me. Even if that's not healthy, by the way, kids. Do not do that. Do as I say, not as I do. You're supposed to sleep 7 hours a day. Yeah, jet lagging. Unfortunately, for some reason, my trip there, I was full of energy. I drew the entire flight there. I was animating. I didn't know I had the energy to animate on a plane, but there we were. But so I thought, on the way back, surely I can also be productive. I was not productive. I lied down, and I kept passing out. I'm in 4 hours, brother. Brother. That's not good, brother. That's not good, brother. I need my sleep, unfortunately. I'm a very sleepy person. I can knock myself out anywhere at any time. It might not be a very good environment, so I might always wake up, but I will always find a way to sleep. Hey, me too. Had a productive Saturday and did a board game night till 7 a.m. Okay, I can't speak. My friends called me this morning. By this morning, I mean 2 a.m. We just sat in the call for 7 hours. Doing absolute bull. Until I had to really get up and make breakfast. God gives his strongest soldiers his sleepiest souls. That's a very cleverly packaged compliment, thank you. I am so sleepy. It's all the languages. This Tower of Babel punishing my gluttony. I forgot which sin was sloth? I forgot the name. Beelzebub? No, that's gluttony. I forgot. Is Beetlejuice, which is Beelzebub? There's Satan, there's Lucifer. Asmodeus? Beelzebub is flies, but it's also the sin of gluttony. Sid! What's your opinion on Sid from Ice Age? What's your professional opinion as a movie lover? I remember as a child, I think I had unreasonably bitter distaste towards Sid, and I cannot for the life of me remember why. I have the ghost song with all the names in my head now. With ghost song? I already forgot what that is. He's okay, he's kind of proto-Olaf. Oh. If that's the reason why you like him, I can see that. Maybe this year in the winter. Well, I mean in the upcoming winter. I might make a Frozen cover. Either of Into the Unknown or of Let It Go. We'll see. But Into the Unknown is just scary of me because of the high notes that I might have to hit. I'm gonna try hitting them, and then Aurora appears in my mind like Golden Freddy. Bro's tweaking out. Man. As I said, this is like supposed to be a lot more focused about some of the plans I have for the upcoming year, including some covers, including what I want to achieve in live streaming, what I want to achieve in editing. But as you can see, I am sufficiently exhausted and tired. But I really missed you guys. And I really want to make a travel blog of all the footage that I did record. Oh my glasses. Any resolutions? My resolutions never happen on New Year. They're at any time, at all times, you can always make a resolution. Do not wait for New Year's. That sounds interesting, right? Also, I was gonna say the schedule's coming today. That's a lie. The schedule is not coming today. I know that the second I hit end stream, I'm gonna flop onto the ground and then just pass off. Pass out. That's perfect. 1080. And like my New Year's resolutions, 360 and not upscaled. The upscaling thing is very annoying to me. It does not make the thing look any better. Why does anyone like looking at that? Yeah, so many TVs have it. like it just confuses me, right? I don't understand what the point of it is. Doesn't make the image look any better. Or ads for some reason. Really? Do people still watch TV nowadays? Oh my god, the little kid is talking. Go back to your playground charm. Go play with your Labubu toys. I don't own a TV. You don't? Huh? That's possible. That's a thing. Do you have a projector at least? You got rid of one years ago because no one used it. I don't know what Really? Huh? Huh? All of none of you have a TV? I still watch the TV for there's like a satire show I really like. And then I like watching movies on the TV. Not that I don't like going to the theaters. It's just that sometimes being at home watching it with like your loved ones is just a nice way of relaxing. I have a screen for the Wi-Fi, so switch for the Wii. For the Wi-Fi? Why would I think that said Wi-Fi? Why would you need a projector for a Wi-Fi? And a projector. Movies mentioned. Oh my god, get this guy into a cage. He's about to go feral. I might have to redraw this mouth. Goodbye. That's not unhinged enough. There we go. I'm just get a projector. I love to watch the Wi-Fi. You love seeing how it goes up to 3 bars, and then you click on your phone, and you click on the messages, and they still don't load. Isn't that what it feels like? I've considered buying a TV just to watch movies on. You probably should. I think, actually, this might be controversial. I think having good sound systems is more important than having a good image. Like, if I had the choice, I would invest more, not necessarily money, but comparatively, you know, more into audio than I would into a screen. When the TV station programming is bonkers, I like better to sail the high seas. I see. Let's not drown there. You know how I can feel the tiredness. But I am very happy to have see you guys again. It's been a very long time. I wish my return stream was a little more grandiose, but I messed up a little bit with the timing. That's on me. But I really wanted to do it on the Sunday, because after that, during the week, most of you might just not have time, straight up. And then if it was after the week, for some reason it would just like feel not disconnected somehow. It's nice to see you're back, don't worry. I'm really glad. I feel the same way. It's nice to see you guys again as well. I think that's why it feels not that long in terms of vacation, but it feels that long in terms of not having seen you guys for a long time. I was tweaking. Alright, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. It's Monday for this guy. Look at the imposter. I was trying to watch your streams, Oriel. I was trying really hard. But as much as the VPN tried, it could not really every time I tried to load the stream, it was like watching a little wet puppy fall down a set of stairs. Man, when I get tired, I just start saying things. I don't remember what I said 2 seconds ago. It feels like being drunk without any of the alcohol. It's just tiredness. It's my usual streams. I saw that you were having technical difficulties. I hope those were got resolved by now. Because unfortunately with my situation, I could not tell you if it was just my VPN acting up. Alright, okay. Man, this is a really short stream. I'm sorry. But I can feel how tired I am getting. I can feel my eyelids closing in on me. And I've been talking, but I have not been aware of what I'm saying. I'm kind of scared that I'll just dox my entire address. I'm gonna trip and show you guys my entire ID. My ID, my wallet, my social security card with the 3 numbers on the back. Don't push yourself, King. Thank you very much, King. But it was very nice to talk to you guys again. I'm home. Quick, what's your card number? It's 611. I'm not saying it. Alright. Thank you guys for joining. Look at my little smug face. It's nice meeting. It was nice meeting you. Can I just call you Kuzi? Kuzi. Kuhwasai. It was nice meeting you, Kuhwasai. It was nice seeing you guys again. I'm very happy. Wait, 5 minutes? I'm drawing you. Okay, 5 minutes. I will hold out for 5 minutes. What do I draw for 5 minutes, guys? Oh, peak. That's very adorable. And for 5 minutes, we brainstorm. Okay, it's a very bad idea to draw a lot of goats while you're trying not to fall asleep. Because it's essentially like counting sheep. But let me draw you guys. Oh. How many are you gonna draw? How many are here? 6. Let me draw 6 sheep. 6 goats, actually. I really like drawing my little goats. I like stylizing things to their simplest forms, but I don't usually... I'm not that good at it, so when it does work out, I'm very happy. The goat. The goat indeed. Do you have the goat thing on your model right now? You bet your ass I do. You betcha I do. I always have it on the back of my pocket. Who do you think you're talking to? became goated. Excuse me, I've always been goated. My opinions are always correct. And everyone who disagrees is wrong. Oh my Jesus. Guess I'm wrong. It's okay. We all make mistakes. That looks... Oh, that looks uncanny. Somehow. Somehow this looks wrong. So I can't tell you why. Is it because I'm used to how I usually draw them? Am I unwilling to let go of my children? I've never drawn... I think this is why. I've never really drawn the goat on 5 legs. If you love them, you will let them go. That's true. I need to let them grow up. Go through puberty. Have a Tumblr face. Codependency for real, for real. For real, for real, for real, real. Is it real or just for the real? Alright, no. Okay, I'm going back to how I usually draw them. No more twerking goat. There was a twerking goat? And I missed it? You guys would not tell me about the goat that can... I cannot think of puns right now. I don't know why I'm trying. Twerking goat puns is a new one. Wait, puns? Am I missing something here? I feel like I'm missing very important, vital information to context here. Maybe that's why goats eat grass. You think you're so sick. The reach bait doesn't work on me. Kind of fast. Thank you. Hold on 1 second. I gotta see this. Imgur, please. Oh, that looks so cool. Wait, that's sick. The composition is really sick. That's insane. You're really fast. That's very beautiful. Sorry, I have to open it again on my phone. Because otherwise, otherwise everything starts breaking and lagging. But thank you so much for this. If you're in my Discord, there is a channel to send art into if you want to do that. You don't have to. But that's very beautiful. I'd like to save that and hang it on my wall. I think I won't be able to finish the little goats today because I've genuinely I'm fighting my eyelids. I'm fighting gravity. Or something that Alphaba said. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. Defying gravity. Alright. That's too loud for a man who has no energy left. Alright. Thank you so much for the present. Kohasai. Thank you so much. I mean, it wasn't defying gravity was invented by her, not gravity. Alright. This time for real. No more last minute amazing presents to give to me. This was very beautiful. This was worth staying up 1 more hour for. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to everyone for coming today, even though today was unfortunately a very short stream. But I think I will go for now. I'm so tired. Thank you guys for coming. And I hope to see you next week. The schedule will be out tomorrow, I promise. Alright. Thank you guys. Bye bye. And good night. Have sweet dreams, or good morning if you're just getting up.